Hi, I'm Ming from Tokyo. In this video, I will share the entry requirements you need to know before traveling to Japan.
From visa requirements and Visit Japan web to customs procedures, transportation cards, SIM cards, cash withdrawals, and getting from the airport to the city, preparing in advance can save you time and help you avoid problems during your trip.
We also offer private tours in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, so feel free to contact us or link below. Alright, then let's go.
Number 1. Visa Exemption System. If you're planning a trip to Japan, one of the first things you should check is whether you need a visa. The good news is that Japan has a visa waiver program. As of June 2026, travelers from 74 countries and regions can visit Japan without a visa for short-term trips, such as tourism. The length of stay varies depending on your nationality, but for many travelers, it's up to 90 days. However, there is one thing to keep in mind. As I mentioned in a previous video, Japan plans to introduce the Japan ESTA system starting in fiscal year 2028. The details haven't been finalized yet, but travelers from visa-exempt countries will likely need to complete an online application before traveling to Japan. If your country is not part of Japan's visa waiver program, you'll still need to obtain a visa before your trip.
In that case, be sure to check with the Japanese embassy or consulate in your country for the latest requirements. So, before booking your trip, make sure to check the rules that apply to your passport and prepare accordingly.
Number 2. Visit Japan web. Before arriving in Japan, one thing you should prepare is Visit Japan web. Visit Japan web is an online service provided by the Japanese government that helps make the arrival process smoother. Using it is not mandatory, but many travelers choose to register because it can make the entry process much easier. With Visit Japan web, you can complete immigration procedures, customs declarations, and any required quarantine procedures online before your trip. If you need a visa to enter Japan, you can also register your visa information in advance. If you're traveling with young children or family members who cannot complete the procedures themselves, you can add them as accompanying family members. Up to 10 people can be registered under one account. Once you've completed the registration, you'll receive a QR code that can be presented at the airport during the arrival process. One important thing to note is that there is no official Visit Japan web app. Be careful of fake apps or services claiming to be Visit Japan web. Always use the official website.
If you're using a smartphone, I recommend adding the website to your home screen. That way, you can access it with just one tap, just like an app. Once you've decided to visit Japan, it's a good idea to register for Visit Japan web before your departure.
Number 3. Transportation IC card. Once you arrive at the airport, one of the first things you'll want to get is an IC card. An IC card is a rechargeable prepaid card that can be used on trains, buses, and for purchases at convenience stores and vending machines. Since you can simply tap it at ticket gates and checkout counters, it makes traveling around Japan much more convenient. One question I often hear is, I have a Japan Rail Pass. Do I still need an IC card? Even if you have a Japan Rail Pass, there will be times when you need to use transportation that isn't covered by the pass, such as subways and buses. That's why I recommend having an IC card as well. Japan has several different IC cards, but if this is your first visit to Japan, which one should you choose? For first-time visitors, I recommend Welcome Suica or Tourist Pasmo. One of the biggest advantages is that they can be easily purchased at the airport. However, they are only valid for 28 days from the date of issue. If you plan to visit Japan again in the future, a regular Suica or Pasmo may be a better option. Since all of these cards can be purchased at the airport, I recommend getting one as soon as you arrive in Japan. On the other hand, if you're arriving through Kansai International Airport, Ikoka is usually the most convenient option. You can easily purchase one from ticket vending machines at the airport or at JR stations.
Start by getting the IC cards that best suits your needs, and you will be able to travel around Japan much more smoothly.
Number 4. Wi-Fi and SIM cards. In major tourist destinations like Tokyo and Kyoto, you can often find free Wi-Fi at train stations, airports, and shopping centers. However, the connection can be unstable, and you may need to register each time you use it. It's also not uncommon for Wi-Fi to be unavailable while you're on the move or riding the subway.
My recommended SIM cards for Japan are linked below. If you're looking for a reliable internet option for your trip to Japan, feel free to check it out.
Number 5. Luggage shipping. If you'd rather not travel with a large suitcase, you can use a luggage delivery service from the airport to your hotel. By dropping off your luggage at the airport and having it sent directly to your hotel, you can start exploring Japan without carrying heavy bags. However, in most cases, delivery takes place the next day or later, so if you need your luggage on the day of arrival, be sure to confirm the delivery date in advance. Well-known providers include JAL ABC and Yamato Transport, and the service is available at major airports such as Haneda, Narita, and Kansai International Airport. Fees vary depending on the size of your luggage and the delivery destination, but expect to pay approximately 2,000 to 5,000 yen per suitcase.
This is a very convenient service for travelers who don't want to carry heavy luggage while exploring Japan.
Number 6. Luggage tips for travelers. In addition to the luggage shipping service I mentioned earlier, there are other ways to lighten your load. If you'd like to start sightseeing right away instead of heading straight to your hotel after arriving at the airport, I recommend using a coin-operated locker. In Japan, you'll find lockers at many train stations and tourist attractions. Rates vary depending on the size, but as a general guideline, expect to pay around 700 to 1,000 yen for a large suitcase and about 500 yen for a smaller bag.
While some lockers accept IC cards or cashless payments, others are cash only, so it's a good idea to have some Japanese yen on hand.
Number 7. Currency withdrawal. While more and more stores in Japan now accept credit cards, there are still some restaurants and independently owned shops that only accept cash. For this reason, I recommend carrying some Japanese yen. So, what's the best way to get Japanese yen? Personally, I recommend using ATMs. In many cases, you'll get a better exchange rate than you would at an exchange counter. In addition to ATMs at the airport, you can also use ATMs at convenience stores such as 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart throughout Japan. On the other hand, exchange counters at airports are convenient because they are easy to find as soon as you arrive, but their exchange rates are often less favorable. You can also exchange money at major banks such as MUFG, SMBC, and Mizuho Bank, but their business hours are limited, making them less convenient for travelers.
There's no need to carry a large amount of cash. It's safer to carry only what you need and withdraw more money from a convenience store ATM when needed.
Number 8. Transportation for your hotel. Here's a quick overview of how to get from Haneda Airport, Narita Airport, and Kansai International Airport to the city. First, Haneda Airport. If you're looking for the cheapest option, we recommend the Tokyo Monorail or the Keikyu line. Both provide easy access to central Tokyo. However, if you're traveling with large suitcases or are visiting Japan for the first time and feel unsure about using the train system, the airport limousine bus is also a convenient option. At Haneda Airport, buses run to many hotels and major areas, allowing you to travel close to your destination while remaining seated. It's a good idea to check in advance whether there's a bus that serves your accommodation. Next is Narita Airport. For those looking to keep costs down, the airport bus is a great option. It offers a relatively inexpensive way to travel to the Tokyo Station area, and you can store large luggage underneath the bus. On the other hand, the Narita Express is recommended for those who prioritize comfort and punctuality. It provides direct access to major stations such as Shinjuku and Shibuya, and luggage storage space is available on board. If you have a Japan Rail Pass, you can also use the Narita Express. Finally, Kansai International Airport. If you're heading to Osaka, the JR Kansai Airport Rapid Service is a convenient option. No reservation is required, and it provides direct access to Osaka Station. If you're traveling to Kyoto or Shin Osaka, the Limited Express Haruka is also a popular choice. It offers dedicated luggage space and a comfortable ride. No matter which airport you use, I recommend checking your route in advance. Number 9. Arrival time late. If you're arriving at the airport late at night, I recommend staying at a hotel near the airport. Of course, you can take a taxi into the city, but late night surcharges may apply, making it significantly more expensive than public transportation. Depending on the airport and your destination, the fare can range from 10,000 to over 30,000 yen. Rather than traveling into the city late at night, it may be more convenient and less stressful to stay near the airport and continue your journey the next morning. Fortunately, there are several convenient hotels located near each airport. At Haneda Airport, Villa Fontaine Grand Haneda Airport is a popular option. Near Narita Airport, many travelers choose Hotel Nikko Narita or Toyoko Inn Narita Airport. At Kansai International Airport, Hotel Nikko Kansai Airport is a popular choice thanks to its direct access to the airport. Number 10. Traveler's Insurance. I recommend purchasing travel insurance before traveling to Japan. In Japan, people enrolled in the National Health Insurance System generally pay 30% of their medical expenses out of pocket. However, this system does not apply to foreign tourists. Additionally, while some credit cards may include travel insurance, the coverage may not be sufficient, so be sure to check the details carefully in advance. Currently, ambulances in Japan are free of charge for everyone, including foreign tourists. However, there are costs associated with medical examinations and treatment at hospitals.
Since unexpected illnesses or injuries could result in high medical expenses, I strongly recommend purchasing travel insurance before traveling to Japan. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and hype button. See you at the next video.